isn't in that pool. Already a little bit of utility being thrown out. In fact, a fast look at the retake coming through and a battle, a brawl beginning.
Oh yeah, straight away it's the utility of Loud that grabs a kill. Scream, a big target on the other side, eliminated. No one taps to come from him, and the rest of the team denied any opportunities to fight back. They have got a smoke though, and with that blooming, there's going to be a lot of spams coming their way. Still a firing squad waiting out on long. KC need to try and force a duel on the back of that, or maybe they're allowing them to waste all of their ammo. Starting to run down to the final map for some of these players, but there's a swing! saadhak's got two, and they're just following up with every single kill. KC, practically no chance in that pistol.
Dangles while they can't really fight us. And then we'll push a little bit further forward, and we'll push a little bit further forward. They also have the Viper wall down that is going to be fairly awkward to push through, and they're looking for the same sort of afterplant as before. And with such a huge weaponry advantage, they should be set to take this round fairly easily.
Well, yeah, right away Aspas is showing his dominance on the server. They're happy to lose a player or two, upgrade some weapons. They don't want to lose very much more. And a few of these players are extremely low. A chance for XMS to do more damage, and he's really getting those bullets in there, but nobody's hitting the floor just yet. It's going to be tough with the firing squad, and in the end, nothing else to be found. Loud, get out of that with just two. That Scream is the highest headshot percentage out of every player. Oh my. Saw that fight down. That was actually through the cascade, which I guess just knowing the angle and getting a looky tap on that shot, easy trades over towards the double door, and Les is doing work. He's being flanked, but even now knows that player's coming, and even though he falls, they've got the sight, they've got the space, and a 3v2 post plan to work with.
And they're looking to play aggressively. Don't have the best weaponry for this, so they're going to push within. SHIN can only get one, and now XMS left in the same spot as before. A plant this time in a position for them to sort of hold much more closely, trying to almost bait him in, but they're ready to swing. He expects them to be long, and there is nobody.
Here, Scream, man with the highest headshot percentage. A few whips come out of him on the Sheriff, damage done, but again, he'll go down without too much trouble. The rest of the team now looks to just guard cauanzin, allow him to survive on the site, but hold on, they're starting to take some losses. This could get a little bit risky on the way back through. They need to deal with these players before it gets out of hand, and well, it's getting there.
Leaving it just onto Newzera. Rifle found, an instant headshot, and he knows where the other man is. Time is ticking, but Les will hold the line.
To hold on to that map control, especially when up against a Fade, so there's obviously going to be a few more problems there with clearing out that utility for Loud, but even still, they certainly have an interesting belt to work with. Great punish on the way through.
Yeah, great start. Having that operator onto Nivera, we've seen it be a difference maker already throughout this tournament. And for him to get that kickoff and Scream to follow up with another, no trades to be had just yet. This is looking like easily the best start we've seen from Karmine Corp so far. The question will be how to Loud recover, and for now, it's patience. Waiting back, not overfacing, just seeing if anybody's going to give them a fight.
Where they eventually decide to take it is heavily stacked up. They're covering their corners though. Tuyz ready for that peek out of SHIN. They see the player on the right, the ultimate, giving all the information away. Nivera forced out of the site, and he will just about make it back to his teammates. They want to hold on to the advantage. They will just about. Nivera almost going down, but in the end, Tuyz, he's going to need that 4K to close it. 1v3, at least the spike is planted. They know exactly where he is.
Yeah, this is impossible. 36 HP, sectioned off by the cascade, stuck in the corner, cage going down as well. He needs to just hope he can find something on the spam, expecting this to maybe be a bait, but they are just sticking all the way through the cove on the other side, couldn't be seen. And in the end, Karmine Corp make...
At this point, KC, they need to find a foothold to fight back in from. The leading Aspas is something. It does leave the players that are also here a little bit more isolated, but that said, they're winning the fights one after another. Tuyz having a fantastic start to this game on the harbor, and there's no signs of it slowing down. The only question remaining, whether Nivera gets to save this up, and he's certainly putting in the work for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It genuinely does seem like if you can avoid this man in the early stages of the round, you're going to have a pretty decent setup to get into the site. And with using that lockdown, forcing players back, and just getting into the afterplant, that is where Loud, especially on split, but again, this man is just so good at finding those opening picks.
I like their control early on B as well for KC. They've done a great job of putting up their cam and then also using the harbor wall to slow them down and taking the control. It's cost a little bit
back in towards the site. He is somewhat isolated, but I don't know if they realize he's still sticking around. Him and saadhak, just with a filthy crossfire, still with snake bites to spare a Viper Spear if he needs it, but I don't think he's going to. Just trying to delay and hold them back, and he's landing every single shot that's placed in front of him. Just two men standing, make that one. The retake is another blunder. Nothing going KC's way, and no surprise, Nivera has to save the op.
Well, that structure that we've heard of over on the KC side, the elevated thinking, the strategies that could be pulled off without that duelist on their side. So far, they are being...
A lot of the time really struggled to hold on to it. SHIN, the timing's good, just about gets away with a kill.
Well, he's lucky. There were four, just about to be five players on that corner. SHIN's gone down. And XMS is known to be up close. He's gonna try to spray the jet on the way through, remarkably staying alive for quite a long time, but not long enough to allow that retake. It looks like they're gonna have to be fighting for that much later on, and through a Viper's pit, through aspas as well. And Scream is delivering. He's almost killed him. Down to 30. Les has to get out of there. He's managed to sneak away, lose Scream for just a moment, but it's going to be whoever spots him first, and Scream with his third kill in the round, stopping that Viper's pit from having the impact. They've at least got 2 rounds on the board now, but that one was way too close. Like that wall through, slowing the arc push, allowing saadhak to catch them through doors. XMS does his best to return, but they are far behind in this round now.
There's at least a couple of players here. Newzera, I feel like that was the shot he needed to connect. Aspas still dancing, but instead, cauanzin's the one to walk into the trip. XMS just trying to find a timing, hoping that he can garner something from this spot, but with his teammates being forced back, and Nivera up above, I think they're gonna try and get the double swing the second that plant is tapped. Instead though, it's an even trade, and XMS still standing.
They've done well to pull it back. Newzera hitting 2 quick shots with the Guardian this round.
He's placed it for that long spot, the one that everybody sits watching, the position that everybody's waiting for, and he's got the gamble right. He's waiting for them. The first kill goes his way, and maybe expecting Newzera to have gone a different direction, and instead he peeks just moments later and steals the round away.
Newzera certainly had a tough debut here on the international stage, but these last few rounds, he's certainly making up for it. Even the Guardian play in this one, and I would say single-handedly stopped them from almost free.
An opener in. The main problem for them though is going to be SHIN. Like, he's not only managed to get aggressive, they're going to use the Reckoning to try and slow them down, and he actually has his Nightfall as well to use from behind. He could make this so incredibly awkward for them. Already going to tag up where the remainders are as they try and put the pressure on. He's low on HP, and for him, the most important thing is staying alive, not giving them an avenue out, catching one with the C's, just leaving them stuck completely. But Tuyz actually manages to find one, a second as well. Somehow it's left Joe.
As we've seen, and they're playing a retake. There's lots of players ready to take these fights, but the weaponry just doesn't match up. Nivera with a nice double, but that is all he'll get. Loud, 8 on the board, and this...
I can sit there and go, oh yeah, no, there's going to be a halfway Loud.
Blade
Are
Storm.
unable to get that many rounds. Nice work from Newzera though.
They were ready. They heard that Blade Storm pop. They knew. Control. Look at this. saadhak. He's running it down. What? Newzera had no idea, and he has no intention of stopping. He's going through this after the Seekers. That is a little bit too aggressive.
An honorary member of W Gaming, it seems, at least for this round. Tuyz finds another. His shots have been crisp, but he falls as what is a trade to a KO, and up close, they're just being slaughtered. It's left onto Les. He's had a great map so far, but it isn't going to be any more than that. Karmine Corp at least do garner that 4th round, and I'll be honest with you, Mitch, if Loud play as they did last time on this map,
have a ton of control. They decide to fight into Art, a pincer from each side. A really smart play in the Cove to allow for that plant. This is looking fantastic here. In the start for KC, and it quickly goes awry. 2 kills for Loud. And now the crowd getting behind them. Only a few seconds left for KC to plant it. They need to move quickly. And it looks like they'll just about manage it. Another kill, and all of a sudden, this is winnable again. The late flank really where most of the hope lies, and it might just be enough. SHIN, 1 more kill. A reveal going up and over the swing through. He knows that saadhak's crept around, and he'll find it. SHIN is what you're up against on KC. It's probably worthwhile going for. You're earning more when you're dying than you're losing, or than you're giving away. Really, they want to be finding some damage, and that is just not seeming to be a possibility. 1 kill for less, 2 kills for less, all right. Not too bad. In the end, they managed to... There's a tiny gap left in that, but it doesn't look like that's going to play a role.
Yeah, and it's taken them some time to get anywhere near this site. 3 players in on that rotation, the crossfire looking fierce. And although it's a couple of kills coming through for the other side of things, Loud are dominant. Look at the sneak back through from saadhak. He's going right up. Just place utility. He's expecting them to hold a little bit further back, but SHIN is ready. It looked like for a second he was going to have the timing spot on, and now with mid completely negated, this passive hold is actually working wonderfully for Karmine Corp. They're using these prowlers well, but aspas that little bit further up. It seems like SHIN is still trying to check this out though, but he might just be able to drop the spike, but Nivera is waiting. Clever stuff from Karmine Corp, expecting Loud at every single turn. And there's only one man really in their way. Tuyz just sat back. He's going to manage to dodge that piece of utility, but they are checking for absolutely everything. It just comes down to if he can get this kill. If he can drop the spike, if he can hold them back, there might just be enough time for this.
He's going to pop the wall back up, but they're being flanked on the other side. Screen dealt with at least. No, so they just look forward, and that's all Tuyz needs to do. This guy just keeps on delivering. XMS at 10-6, Loud on double digits. Karmine Corp, they have been struggling so far, and now they only have pistols to play with this attack side. Not the promised land that we hoped it would be. There's really not a lot going their way. Sure, they didn't have the weaponry this time, but they thought they had the element of surprise. They were proven wrong pretty quickly. The spike in spawn and 3 players out just trying to duel. This one doesn't look like it has a ton of promise left in it.
No, this is looking like a pretty rough map from here on out. That 5v3 loss, just trying to isolate one man using an ult and surrounding him, that might be the death sentence here for Karmine Corp, because they looked like they were in complete control. And then just a hero arose from the Brazilian side. Now Nivera's found the timing, Les. It was so clean just moments ago. Maybe they can win one in the same fashion they just lost one.
Oh,
wow. Never mind.
That quickly puts it to bed.
Yeah, it's left on to Nivera. 1 versus 3. First goes his way. He needs to correct a little bit too fast to try and play around. Nivera looking to try and fight versus this. They know exactly where saadhak is. Somehow he's still surviving in this corner, stunned up and waiting for this peek to come through, and Nivera's going to take it this time. A man advantage garnered and some space to be had as well. He even gets the second and gives this back into a 5v3 once again. And SHIN's even going to win that duel as well.
That might be all hope gone on the way back through. Loud, 2v5, time against them. They've been unbelievable so far, but they're going to start to think about just falling back from this one. And it looks like the call's already made. No more commitment. This round is going to KC. Again, the question of how expensive is it going to be for Loud? It comes down to null cost. They will save both of these weapons out on B long, and a very passive late round coming out of that one. I have to say, huge impact out of Newzera's ult first.
But this is where that take is now going to begin for Karmine Corp.
Lockdown put into play, and they know there's a possibility if the doors push coming through.
They're going to bomb.
Being watched the whole time. Cauanzin, he's on the layup K! Not able to get the shot out. SHIN with a massive kill. Still though, going to be able to at least attain one player. Problem is, he is safe as can be. A firing squad watching him halfway defused already. Coke's gone up. They've got to get in there right now. They can't stop it! Just about! They've managed to kill the diffuser. The Cove broke the op.
He actually gets caught by that, because I think they actually might have had some Cypher utility or something that caught the first player that ran into the Cove.
As free as can be. 15 seconds. This is a ballsy play, but it's worked out.
Yeah, no, that is a beautiful round coming out from Karmine Corp. They have completely sold their opponent's hook, line, and sinker. And while now they just have to pick off the remainder with still lurks being had on the other side of the map, everybody tagged desperately low. I'll be honest with you, I came in looking at this Karmine Corp side and I expected a almost flash and dash style of gameplay with Scream at the helm, just almost trying to find the game on his own back. This is incredibly structured right now on their attacking side. They are playing
coming through, they certainly do. There's a paranoia coming in, full blind, and he doesn't care. The shots are landing, SHIN returns, but how much more can be found? Too many defenders here. At least they might start to think that on KC. With just Nivera left, he'll TP out of here. The A site now his, the plant not secured.
He's already here.
Newzera! Tuyz!
Already one kill coming through from Nivera, the low HP player, but less response.
That paranoia, Nivera's best chance with 8 HP to help out his teammates. Newzera's been spotted though. Oh, there's 4 players ready to push from every single angle. Limited help to come in with Nivera so low. He's gonna have to hold on here. A shrouded step into the corner. XMS delivers on long. They might have this. The attackers finally managing to find consistent rounds, a good game plan, and a fantastic and much deeper control being solved for this time. The only times we've seen this from KC was like a fake, but they're committing and it's been spotted. Good spam through the smoke by a Stinger, the weaker weaponry, already dealing damage. Another smoke shot from cauanzin, and they are starting to look like they're in control again. Back into a 2 versus 2. Not the way this round should have went to start with in the flank. Not sure when that swing is coming in. At the end of the day, it's Sheriff's on the other side. He can't let them get a rifle either. And he's now isolated it to a 1v1, but he's down to 5 HP. One shot.
He's going to do a decent amount of damage, but no frags to be found.
Yeah, quick bungee jump into the site and back, but that hasn't deterred his aggression. Both himself and saadhak getting up in their face, but look at the HP lost on the other side. cauanzin down to 25. There's a trade though. HP for a kill. Looks like he'll be dropped in the end, but Les should never, ever be here. It's just a ridiculous fact to have another guy there that early on, and now he's in position to potentially harass them even further. They've got to deal with him. They've got to fight him, surely.
Yeah, they're almost trying to bait using Scream, just sending him in so that he attempts to try and rotate in from behind, but it is still being watched by Nivera. Even still, the time is ticking, and now they have even further control. Loud take
more capability when it comes to that attack, but KC, not sure that's exactly where the nade was supposed to go, but hey, I guess it works anyways.
Yeah, you know, you fake them out with a nade, and then you just kill them with your other weaponry.
Why not?
They do have a huge advantage in this round. I think the other thing that's interesting as well, though, is one team having a Sentinel, the other playing double controller. Obviously, I feel like Astra can sort of be used, but I'm almost looking at the fact that there's the initiators on one side doubling up. There's clear ideas. The one team is looking to be a little bit more proactive with their style of play, while having an anchor on the other side of the map, and the other team is almost, instead of having that initiator, going to use those double duelists to just push down and take that map control instead. It puts a lot of pressure onto cauanzin, but
so the more that Loud can build up early, the better.
He's just trying to catch them as they swing themselves across. XMS is just running all the way in. I don't know if the stun didn't quite connect, but that's what it seemed like. Les was not stunned as he ran round.
Yeah.
They went for the sort of players deeper in, and because he was on that ridge, that new addition, it didn't catch him at all.
Big kill for Loud. Even though they end up in a 4v4, the round that's in it, they're certainly going to be happy enough with that. Obviously could have done without saadhak going down up in heaven, give them an extra bit of depth to the B push. Instead, this will be a fairly one-dimensional one. The smoke up top already avoided. Nivera's dropped down, and he's ready to annoy them as they come forward. They've managed to isolate him completely, though. A massive kill for Les, a weapon to be retrieved. Scream is going right in. They're taking the fight to them here and now, not allowing that plant to come through. And aspas has to clutch it. A 1 versus 1. It's Newzera on the other side. aspas doesn't have a rifle, just a Spectre in hand. And he faked that plant just as...
The plant will be there for aspas on the other side of the map, and although he's stunned up, and in that aftershock, he should be able to survive in the corner.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of safe space. That flank coming in, despite the headshot. And a few connections, Newzera is able to make it happen, delivering one of his in return and putting one on the board. But Tom, you come into this round, and we talk about Loud on the attack.
This buy is mostly Guardians on the other side, so he might just have a field day if he can go for some of those updraft plays.
Oh, the grab and the stun! That's just overkill!
I just got away. Even still, XMS has managed to find that opening kill, but that nade almost managed to take out cauanzin as well. Lovely set play from Karmine Corp.
Just a perfect round for it as well. You know, there's lots of weaknesses here. 3 players on the Guardians. They're not going to be as versatile as these opponents are with rifles in hand, with a Blade Storm to work with. But getting a kill like that and putting cauanzin down to 6 HP. And now they even removed the knives for a moment. Okay, well, they should have known there was a player up top. The knife detected it moments ago, but Scream, maybe not quite ready for them to be that far out. Did they expect a player close in spawn? They certainly are checking the elbow.
The space has been cleared. XMS has found another close position. It doesn't quite kill him off, but an incredibly low cauanzin and less now. It almost leaves this up to aspas to see what he can find. No ult to be gained, and cauanzin just sort of lurking back, but this is a real opportunity now for Karmine Corp.
I mean, aspas is still only on 96 HP, right? Like, he's not that healthy despite the shields being online. He'll tag them up a little bit, but now stuck in a corner. This could get very dangerous. They're even coming in for wallbangs. A blind fire through by Les has saved his life. Newzera has to clutch it, and he will not get it done. Low HP. Charm, though, still only a sheriff on the other side. Close range fight. Oh, it's close. Very close indeed, but Les has found the kill. Another great opening, and a plan to be found for Loud.
And now it just comes down to how much damage you can do. I don't expect to see that Rolling Thunder.
Aspas? I think it does, right? Should be dead on. Perfectly timed as well on the back of their flash. cauanzin down, aspas out of there. But at the same time, you know, they're not expecting to win this round on KC. They know this isn't going to be a victory. They're going to go down to the spike. Maybe even drop a weapon.
See, the question we now have, though, is obviously we haven't seen Split for a while. A lot of the changes were to...
You gotta remember, you know, we saw this map in, like, post-plan era. It was hell. Like, you'd just be raining down Vipers, snake bites and everything like that along the way. They're pushing. They're still going. XMS loves the aggression on this Cypher, but it's not working out. And that's a rifle on the floor again. And look how low SHIN is. And Nivera with a kill. This gives them something to work with. The site itself not lost just yet. Still players holding their ground on KC, and SHIN, low HP, he's pulled out the showstopper, and he's taken down in the air. aspas only needed 1 shot. The 10 HP coming down to haunt him, and Newzera now in the clutch versus one of the strongest players that we've got. But that Rolling Thunder indeed could change everything, and he's waiting for that spike to be tapped. Now worried that he might get pushed, and, well, he's not far wrong. aspas is looking for him, realizing that ulti's online, but in the end, I think he's going to win this round. The Rolling Thunder can come through and deny that. No, he hasn't put the Rolling Thunder through, and aspas is safe there. aspas is safe. He's missed the utility. Oh, aspas has got it. The critical error.
Patiently. Seems like they've thrown in the null command. In fact, the Rolling Thunder going through. They're trying to almost pad this round with ultimates when they don't quite have the weaponry. It didn't catch on to the close player. But even still, the trade is there. It's shaky from aspas. This is starting to get scary now. Still within the sight is cauanzin, and he is holding down the line. The shots are missed, and he connects everything. They're utterly dominant in opening duels. +9, and I think it was like +15. It's not something that happens too regularly. Oh, it's a little bit shaky from Les. Maybe getting a bit ahead of themselves here, and aspas, his aggression is expected as well. Finally getting a little bit of luck going their way, but even still, in this afterplant, they haven't been too successful.
Another for SHIN. Just a great round from him, it seems. On that, you almost imagine they haven't won. Plenty of players low, plenty of opportunities here. Over on the Loud side to thin the herd on the way through, but yeah, look. Oh, there we go. Headshot as well. Add that to the percentage. 6-2.
Straight away using the Seekers, already going to try and get one with the showstopper, and they know exactly where the man is at the back of sight. Nivera has been struggling versus this B take, and it's not getting any better! saadhak puts them down, what? A prime game. The defense have not been able to hold at any turn, and XMS hoping to try and find some spam with the Vandal, but the site is under their control. At least one goes the way of Nivera, but the second he swings, there's another trade in return. These quick pushes have just been unstoppable, and the retake
play that changes the game, but so far it feels like it's consistently being the one that loses it.
That's a hero or villain play. That's what that is. Either you get a kill back, maybe help your team win the round, or that. And the problem is like the percentage chance of that working out. Even if he gets a kill, there's another player there to trade. Like, that's the thing. And that's the main worry for me at the moment is I'm looking at Loud as players that, like, the majority of the team under the age of 20 years old.
Found for KC every now and then. XMS.
Still alive. He hasn't been spotted. Finally managing to find a kill. The flash actually doesn't work out. How is this the round that Karmine Corp are winning? It's just a little bit of a hidden corner not checked. And somehow they win every single fight. Double up. Oh, it's going to get the kill as well. Just about making it out of there, being chased all the way by the Boombot. But will eventually escape. This initial stack up. Let's just spam through the smoke though. Maybe the spot come out, but even still, that gets him past. This is going to be devastating. There is absolutely no way Scream can expect him, but he gets the timing right at least. And now they'll double back again. The fact is, though, there's two players cemented within the site. They have a stun ready and waiting.
Oh no, on the way out, they're right into Newzera. There was no chance that time. Rolling Thunder for Aspas. He's walked past it. He managed to get close enough. The spray is good. Only 10 seconds left. Spike down in the open. He needs all 3 kills, and he needs them now. They know where he's coming from. There's 3 guns on him. Not a chance. 4 at the half for KC. A good play. They're watching their back. But no way. It's actually predicted. Less. His brain is too damn big. And Loud are giving them no quarter. Every kill goes their way till Nivera steps it up.
Okay.
2, and SHIN with 1 of them. Woohoo! That was wild. Leaving just Nivera left, and look, 53 HP, but the swing from Les is perfect. He catches him off. A gorgeous round from Loud. It came close. KC fought back, but too little, too late.
Well, that was one of the questions that was had of Loud. They lost a lot of experience. They lost some of their LAN caliber in the form of Pancada and Sassy, but
no, now, not necessarily the case. Fraud was very heavily involved. I don't know if he will have seen that one in the VOD reviews, but they did manage to get the trade at least. XMS even dodging.
How?
On the way through, cauanzin.
Hey, them, he goes pushing. The shots are wild. That's not something I want to see back in the replay. And more cauanzin now left, 1 versus 4. An SMG in hand, not a whole lot to lose, but for Karmine Corp, it looks like the lifeline they've been desiring might have just come 1 round late.
Well, if you are KC, losing that pistol seems like a nail in the coffin, but this response, exactly what they needed, investing so little and getting so much earlier on. And you really can't imagine that he gets too much done there. That's kind of why. Quick and easy kill and a free sight for them. Ultimately, this round is going to come down to how much damage can Loud do on the way back in, or stopping KC from retreating afterwards.
Oh, they managed to get a couple. This really didn't look like there should be any possibility here. Nivera's luck will at least drop the gun, but somehow cauanzin is still winning. The snapback is absurd. This man's sensitivity off the chains. He's trying to bait out Newzera into the swing, but he can't quite get there in time. Even stickering in towards B main, that operator in hand. They know there's someone close, but that one's for free. Gonna see on the other side a charge for 2! He just basically blast packs into both players. And there will be a trade back again to make it a 3v3, but with so much spotted, they're gonna start a rotation back on the other side of the map.
Absolutely ludicrous roll. But if cauanzin, as he just heard him put a trap, I think. Certainly heard him take it back now. Yeah, he knows. cauanzin's got all the information. And now the Seeker's going in to find the others. KC are in so much trouble. The utility they throw out, the panic evident as they're going to look to scrap on the back of the site. Both in that corner. A firing squad set up. Trades all that are needed here for Loud. They're not able to get them. Nivera's put a stop to that. Aspas needs to get them both with an op. The timing here, surely way too low, and he won't get the extra shot off. Be making its way through. Yeah, it's gonna be bounced off the wall, trying to deal damage, and then following up with a stinger. I like it. Using his nade as his own support. But saadhak has to get a little bit more here, and right into the operator he goes.
It's definitely not something you see too often, an operator on an Astra, but I feel like an operator in Nivera's hands is ever deadly. Flash is going either way, but Les still manages to find Newzera. Starting to get a little bit shaky, but they will snipe 1 out of the sky. Still, again, no clean rounds for Karmine Corp.
Holding his position while they fight into the spawn. Good kill. Great flash. cauanzin gone. And they have the option to take this anywhere now.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
they could, the thing is, because that pit is still down, the rest of the players haven't moved. Aspas is still waiting. There's only 25 seconds. They have to make a decision now to make that rotation back or just try and pressure onto him. The flash doesn't really connect. They're coming up with the short. He's landed another shot. Just waiting, holding them back further. And even though the shots may not be connecting, he's still just winning this round. Another shot hit in the leg, and it is done. Just trying to hold back. Nivera has to flee, and just the patience from Loud in that moment will garner their 10th.
Or someone's calling. You know, Aspas is here. He's got the control. No need to move. They're patient and they're clean. Loving what I'm seeing from Loud on a discipline front. This is a big challenge now. saadhak, judge in hand. He's a boss. Oh no! That should stop the push right away. But they keep on going. saadhak punishes every single player, and we are left to a 5 versus 2. A crucial.
Broken before, after the last round, where they played it well. It was just that Loud played it better. Well, you lose 3 players on a B push to a judge, you're probably feeling a little bit worse.
And you've also just spots him just in time, gets out of there as well. 2 on the site. You expect 1 at this point. You expect cauanzin to be close, but with 10 seconds, can they deal with all these players? It's not looking likely. Les making a good hold on the site, but SHIN's got 2. A showstopper to buy them the space. And it's gonna hit. And KC holding on now. The opportunity, waiting for it to present itself. He's gone crazy. saadhak with 2, trading out his teammate.
A risky move from him. He's gone forward, flashed up, but he'll be able to get away, and has the support from Les as well.
1 more nail in the coffin, Tom. Another player down, KC. Their attack side slowed for a moment. A player waiting outside A, hoping his teammates can come and group up with him, that they can make that final push. Loud's final stand. In this map here, the first split that we've gotten to see in this tournament. And with 4 in a row needed for KC, it starts here, an uphill battle. One that Nivera is ready to take. The crowd silences a little bit, but another kill and they're right back alive. Les, he's bought them the advantage. The retake looks good. They've got a judge to play in with, but saadhak just upgraded it and still has his nade. Loud are gonna wait and push this retake together.
Viper's pit not far away, but probably not gonna be the ult to change this round. A stun being set up. Almost attempting to try, and actually I think that nade might kill off one. saadhak's got both! It's left all on to the new man on the block, Newzera, to try and fight versus 4.